And welcome back to Black Renaissance. Please welcome Nicole Caldwell. She is the author of Today, a guide of personal truths and daily affirmations. And I got a chance to flip through this. Welcome, Nicole. We appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This book is deep. I mean, it really is different from, you know, most books you read through. You've got advice in there. This book asks you questions and sort of encourages you to journal. Talk to me about what inspired you to write it.
The book of affirmations, it's something that I've been practicing in my everyday living since I was a little girl. I grew up in the inner city of Oakland, East Oakland, and my grandmother encouraged me as a young girl to literally write out the things that I saw for myself, and nothing was too big. She told me, you know, when you're writing, write where it is that you would like to see yourself, and don't put any limitations on that, even if it's something that's far-reaching, even if it's something that you think may not happen. If it's what you want to see happen, don't be afraid to write that down, and then make sure you actually look back on those things to see if you've accomplished those goals, to you know, set goals to reach what those things are. And I've been practicing that for a long time, and so I think probably it didn't start like manifesting in my life until probably in high school. And I'm the oldest of 5 siblings. I was raised in a single parent home, and I would put little sticky notes all around my room and on my mirror, and every day it would have something different. I'm a CEO. You know, I own multiple businesses. I'm a future millionaire. And what I started to do was I started to put those same little notes of positive affirmations on the bedroom doors of my siblings and my little brothers and my sisters, or I would leave them on the refrigerator because I knew my mother was making lunch, or, you know, making sure that we were prepared for the next day. And it just latched on. And so from that point, I've been doing this all of my life. And
you were basically at a very young age goal setting and putting your intentions out there.
Absolutely. And you know, you feel accomplished when you can go back and look at what those things are and see, oh, I checked that off, oh, I checked that off. And I think that, you know, we need to build ourselves with positivity. Studies show that for every negative thought or every negative thing that you hear, it takes 7 positive things to outweigh that one negative.
Wow.
So if we're not resuscitating ourselves with positivity, because there's so many negative images that we see in the media these days, television, social media, billboards, print ads, everything. If we don't reinforce what the positivity is about ourselves, then it's easy for negativity to infiltrate, you know, who we are, our beings.
Absolutely. I just glimpsing through here, I mean, some of the, you know, challenges that you have for people here, or some of the affirmations in here are pretty powerful. You know, in one you say there are no boundaries to what I can achieve. List 3 things you want to accomplish this year. So it really is encouraging people to get out the sticky notes that you had when you were a kid, and set those goals for themselves.
Absolutely. And I wanted to incorporate the journaling process because it allows for people to do some soul searching. It allows for them to not only have kind of a framework to go by if they want to create their own affirmations, but the journaling piece then helps you to soul search and say, what is it that I want to do differently about my life? How can I incorporate this into my living? And then to journal out how you feel about it so that you can go back and look at it and kind of chronicle over time where it is that you were and then where you're headed.
Sort of helps people look inward, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you hear back from people who've read it?
The feedback has been positive. The negative feedback that I've gotten is that this is really hard. You know, it's hard to
it's like personal homework.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a guarded treasure for some people. They feel like it's, you know, how we used to, as girls, we would have our journals and our diaries, and they would be padlocked. Not really knowing somebody can pick that lock with a hairpin, but you can't pick a lock because there's no lock on this book. So people guard it because they have to be transparent with themselves. It's much easier for us to write on a sticky note, but to literally have pages that you have to fill out about who you are. Being vulnerable with yourself is a hard task for some people. So I think that's the most challenging part of the book, but it's the best to me because you're actually playing a part in transforming your own life at that point.
That's right, yeah. And then, like you said, you actually have like a hard physical copy of what some of your goals are that you can look back on and say, did I achieve what I set out to do?
Absolutely.
Okay. You have another book coming forward. forward. Tell me a little bit about that.
I do. I'm in the process of co-authoring a book with another author who's from the Bay Area, and it's a book on relationships. So
heavy stuff.
Heavy stuff. So
a lot of stuff you can write about that.
Absolutely.
Huh?
So we're dealing with this book from a male perspective and a female perspective, which has not been done before.
Interesting. Okay.
And he's a married gentleman, and I am a recently divorced lady. So that's another dynamic that's not been done before.
Absolutely.
To see the different dynamics of what relationships and households look like in the millennial era where there aren't a lot of people getting married, let alone staying married. So the goal for that book is to teach people how to have proper relationships and lasting relationships, how to get back to the basics of what family structure looks like, and positive relationships.
Absolutely. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Fertile ground. Lots to talk about when it comes to that. And I like that idea of, just sort of getting two different perspectives that way and putting that out there. It's very unique.
Absolutely.
Unique way of doing that.
I like it. I'm excited. I think it'll have a whole bunch of avenues of possibilities because everybody's in a relationship of some sorts. Friendships are even a relationship. And I think that we've steered away from the basics of what that is. We've kind of created our own rules and our own handbook now, and we're lost. We're looking for direction. How do we really do this? There's no new way. You just have to kind of redefine what the old way was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's a map book, and people can follow that map. Thank you so much. For more information about Nicole's book today, A Guide to Personal Truths and Daily Affirmations, log on to justglam.com and click on Nick Caldwell. That's justglam.com. That's it for Black Renaissance. Join us with more next month. Thank you.